Testing, 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 testing. All right, we're going live again, everybody. Now, here's a question: can you see the screen? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Yes, you can see it. Okay, all right. So that's basically all I needed to know. Okay, so we are on chapter 399, or we were on chapter 399. We're about to pass into chapter 400. We're about to begin this Odyssey because it's gonna be an Odyssey. I think Enies Love is probably the section with the most attacks. I think, at least from pre-time skip. Possibly Wano has more, just because he has more chapters and more uh, encounters, I guess. But we're about to see. We're really about to see the limits of this. So let's see. So first, Rocketman crashes into the building. All right, it's going full throttle. I mean, like I guess this is probably the thing to do. Yeah. Okay, so utilities, and then I'm looking for a spectacle. All right, and yeah. Instead of this, and I'm gonna save it as, and we're gonna go with 401. All right, so that's the first one. It's not really a named attack, but I think we can scale this probably. Anyways, Funk Fred turns into a sword, and then we just keep on going. Uh, all right, all right, and all right. No. I mean, so far, just nothing's going on. Okay, chapter 401. We continue on with this. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. So Kaku does a kick and then Zoro deflects it. It's probably the best way to put it is this. And it really is just a casual attack. It really shouldn't mean that much for anything. Alright. Let's continue on with this. So Kaku goes, rushes in for a close-up attack. Then they do a trade. Alright. And then this is probably the best thing we can do for scaling. So Kaku does a Tempest Kick while Zoro does Pound Phoenix. Did he say how much was in the Pound Phoenix? Let's try to check it out. 72 Pound Phoenix. Alright, so yeah, we can probably scale this. We just need to find out what's the Pound Phoenix that he used. Anyways, then Zoro does this nice flick with the sword to block Kaku's attack. I guess he just was too slow to block with all his swords. Alright, so he put the sword into the ground to get more strength put into it or something. I mean, it doesn't matter. He still stops this attack very easily. It's Kaku rushing, and meanwhile it's Zoro with one hand. So, I mean, it's looking pretty good for Zoro, I guess. This makes sense when we look at the end result of the fight, but yeah. Kaku's still confident. This is still no big deal. Zoro goes in for a sweep. Kaku dodges it. Yeah, they just evenly match. And then Kaku uses basically Tempest Kick Gatling, which I didn't remember that it was called Slaughter. But it does make sense because of Kaku's character or something. Like, he's still a killing machine. That's a mild killing machine, but a killing machine nonetheless. Yeah. Let's see. And then Kaku reveals his new power. Okay, so the funny thing about this is that if Kaku didn't have the giraffe fruit, by this point, I mean, like, he really doesn't have much of anything to use after this. I mean, he can probably use a version of the strong kick that he used as a giraffe, but if you take that away, he really was kind of cooked. I mean, at that point, he really was gonna be like, I need something else. I just don't got it. So yeah, like probably if Zoro had just went Ashura of Rip, didn't let Kaku sort of toy with him around and stuff like that, then he would have beaten him before he could have used his powers or something. But like whatever, that's not that big of a deal. Anyways, anyways, let's see. This is a casual punch by Yaura. Casual punch, kind of just dealing with Usopp massively. Yeah, let's not go for Usopp. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. He's strong after waking up. Sorry for the half-heart attack. It must have hurt. So yeah, even Jabra himself says that it's just a half-hearted attack, so that he's not even trying. Oh, and then he says that he's about to go to Sirius right now. So let's see what Jabra does at this point. It might be no. He falls. All right. And Zoro's complaining about fighting so many animals. He's gonna still continue fighting animals. This is just gonna be kind of a theme here, cause yeah, I mean like there's a lot of animals in One Piece. Well, I don't know what to tell you. There's just a lot of them. But anyways, yeah. So everyone else is Zoan. Right, 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 right. He goes long neck. All right. And then Usopp kind of just messes up this whole thing. He really messed it all up. Because the thing that Usopp needed to do was run away. That's what he needed to do. But anyways, so here's the thing. Kaku does a Sky Slasher slash, and Jabra just dodges this. Jabra chooses to dodge this. I mean, I guess everybody would have dodged this. I mean, like it's like why even take the gamble, bro? Why even try to see my Takai? I mean my Tekai is stronger than that stuff or something. So I don't know. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I really don't know what it means. Like the fact that Jabra does this. I guess this is not that big of a deal. I guess it's not. Well, it's like, whatever. It's Kaku's strongest attack anyway, so it's like it makes sense that anybody would be dodging this. I mean, like this will be doing damage to almost anybody in the fucking show. I guess. I mean, like I don't think Luffy's tanking this. I don't think Lucci's tanking this. So yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense to dodge it. Anyways, and the bad thing about this attack, the reason why I think like ultimately Kaku's weaker than Zoro. You could argue that he's weaker than Sanji, and you can definitely say that he's weaker than Lucci and Luffy. Is on the fact that this is a charged up attack. The only reason why Kaku gets to do this thing is when the opponent is kind of busy doing something else, right? Like for example, in this specific situation, which Zoro was dealing with Usopp, and he still had like Yara's backup. That's the only position in which he could do this. And the other position in which he could do it was when Zoro was about to do a big attack. So Zoro himself was charging up. So that's when the point where Kaku goes for this attack. So it's kind of similar to, let's say, Gear 3, right? So Gear 3 is, it's sort of an attack that it takes a little time to load up and then to land, right? So it takes time. If you land it, it's gonna do big damage. If you fail to land it, you're open and you're just gonna get cooked. So I mean, that's Kaku's biggest weakness. That this thing, it's impressive. It's not as impressive as Gear 3. It's weaker than Gear 3. It's weaker than, I guess, the King Gun. It's weaker than the King Gun. It's weaker than Madara Gatling. But the worst part is that it takes a while to charge up, right? Like if you like landed three Sky Slicers on Luffy or on Lucci, I don't know if they'll survive that. I don't know if they fucking survive that. But like, the problem is that you're not gonna like three Sky Slicers into Luffy or Lucci. You're just not gonna do that. They're just not gonna be hit by this. They're just gonna dodge. Like Jabra here. Jabra here just dodged it. Zoro also dodged it. It's kind of a shitty attack. You can only do this attack as a counter to somebody else winding up something, right? So if like Luffy for some goddamn reason chose to go Gear 3 against Kaku, Kaku will have the advantage, right? Because he just goes into Sky Slicer, so Sky Slicer versus Gear 3. Maybe he cuts Luffy. Maybe. Probably not. Even then, like, Luffy has some sort of immunity when he's that giant, so he should be kind of fine. But let's say they were equal in power, right? So he would, in that case, he would have an advantage. But again, that's not really the situation. The situation is just, when is this attack useful? This attack is only useful when you're facing a charged up attack. And since Kaku was always fighting guys that were stronger than him, that wasn't gonna work. So he does this charges up attack against a guy that's faster than him. Zoro dodges it, Jabra dodges it, relativity or something, um, dodges it, right? And then when he charges up again and does it against the Ashura Zoro, which clearly he's winding up for a big attack, again, it just doesn't do anything because Zoro is stronger, so he just destroys the attack and then lands an attack on him, so he dies or something. So yeah, I mean, like, it's good. It's good AP, but it has a lot of problems. So that's the main thing about Kaku, right? Like, I think like his AP is really good. Damage wise, this is probably like the fifth or sixth strongest attack in the arc, but ultimately has a lot of problems, and that's the reason why I think that you can say that Kaku and Jabra are like relative. It's because Kaku has better AP, way better AP, but it sucks. Speed wise, it just sucks. So yeah, Jabra just, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, continuing with this thing. Let's see. Gag, gag, gag. Just, it's a sweet gag. It's a really sweet gag. They're trapped. They can't do anything about this, and they're gonna be entertained for a little bit. This gives us pause to focus on Chopper. So we're about to see what Chopper's gonna do. Uh, yeah, that's kind of it. Let's see. This an attack? No, not really, but it's a restraint. I guess I could scale on who could escape this restraint or something. I guess. Like, I don't know, probably geared to escape. So this thing is, and probably anybody with decent strength escapes from this. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I don't even want to name this episode because it's gonna take a while. There's a lot of attacks. There's a lot of combat going on in this. So yeah, there is that. So let's see what happens here. All right. Let's see very quickly. I just gotta respond to this message. Okay. So the thing here is, okay. So really, what the heck's going on here? So Nami somehow gets out of this, but she's fully restrained by the arm. So that means she's somehow Oh, but the jacket does contain the arm, so I guess you can tell this she's skinny enough to get out of it. Okay, whatever. Uh, Point being, this is a piercing attack. This definitely kills a regular human if you get hit by it. It's like whatever. I'm just gonna put it here. It probably is useful to scale against Kuro or something. So yeah, there's that. Let's go. So this is Frankie Iron Body Boxing while being nerfed. It basically does no damage to Fukuro. Alright. Yeah, little elbow. Yeah. That makes no damage. No damage whatsoever. Alright. So he does this and then let's see. How can you punch so hard? You're an ordinary human. Yeah. So Fukuro is impressed, but he's definitely not taking damage from this. He's not seen in pain or anything. He's just impressed. But yeah, it's not doing enough. Let's see. Then Sanji gets kicked by Khalifa. This is not gonna be doing anything, I guess, aside from just base Khalifa strength. It's not really that impressive. It's not really that anything, but yeah, I mean, like, it happens, I guess. It just happens. Let's see. Mr. Chidori. Yeah. Okay, so Sanji pretty casually can keep up with Khalifa's speed pretty casually. He really has no problem keeping up with the shave. The problem here is that it's the weakest shave, but yeah, I mean, like, he's still keeping up with it, but yeah. Or yeah, I really should check the Doriki powers just very quickly. Let me just check the Doriki powers here very quickly just to be sure. Who is the weakest on the? Yeah, the weakest is Khalifa. That's such a shame. It really is crazy. I mean, they really just do disrespect to all of the CP9. Really, the only guys that matter are at 1, 2, and 3, and really even 1 is on its own tier. So really just, well, whatever. So then they exchange blows, and then Sanji here just shows that he has better speed, and if he were able to hit women, he would just be able to beat Khalifa very easily. He's not gonna do that. He's really not gonna do that at all. So you know, Khalifa kicks him in the balls. Honestly, Sanji, if you cannot fight women, get out of the fucking kitchen. Just get out. You're just not gonna be doing anything. You're just gonna get yourself killed. That's all you're gonna do. You really should just run away. Yet he's incapable of doing that because he also has self-esteem issues just like Usopp. So that makes sense, I guess. So yeah, there is that. Hero is just not gonna be able to do anything about it. Whatever. Anyways, a kick strong enough to destroy a brick, and presumably a kick strong enough to beat Khalifa if we're to trust Sanji's scaling or something. Either way, I think we can trust it enough as to say that it would be a kick that would do damage and put her in critical condition. So yeah, there is that. Then Khalifa uses a finger pistol. Sanji still doesn't have any exceptional amount of durability or anything. So, I mean, it's good, but it's just not impressive. It's just not good enough. But I guess we can put this along with pistol level somewhere. It's not like it matters that much, but yeah, I'm gonna put this somewhere in pistol level. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that much. This is just probably pistol level. Probably a little bit better than a pistol, but that's it. Anyways. So here Sanji tries to do a kick. He's obviously going soft and he's weakened, so he's going slower. Khalifa easily dodges this with a shave. And then Yeah, he's just about to beat him up completely. Anyways, here, wow, oh, it really doesn't hold back, huh? Anyways, Kumadori uses the same thing on Nami. He catches her again. Kumadori is kind of dropping the ball here by just not killing her, I guess. But he could suffocate her or something. But whatever. Plot needs Nami to survive, so kind of makes sense. Anyways, oh no, he's trying to choke her. All right. He's trying to choke her and he's trying to stab her. That's the correct way to do things. But here comes Chopper with a club and rose. Now, this is a point in which we can actually see some sort of power cliffing happening. This for sure shows us power cliffing because Cloven Rose was able to at least do enough damage to enemies to the point of where they were weakened. But this is probably the first point in which Cloven Rose is just not capable of doing any lasting damage to the point. Like it does damage, it's just not lasting damage. Um, so what happens here is that Chopper is gonna have to use more drugs to get stronger, to get even more strong, and that's the way that he's gonna one shot Kumadori. So this is again the point in which there's power cliffing happening. This is clear power cliffing happening. Um, Again, I guess we also have the power cliffing with the monster trio, but eh, I mean, it happens. But I guess everybody knows that because we can see the three power ups that Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji get. So it's easier to see the power cliffing. I guess it's harder to quantify the power cliffing. Let's say with Nami or something. But yeah, that's the thing. At this point, yeah, the follower is gonna get stronger. So yeah, beginning from this point on, the follower is gonna get stronger, which that's kind of neat, I guess. Anyway, so Sanji lost. He didn't go all out because like he's just not gonna fight a woman. So Nami teaches him a lesson. He should just run away. He should just run away. It's fine. You don't want to hit a woman. Just run away. And that's fine. I think that's a very good lesson. Like, fine, you have a principle you're not gonna break. Get the fuck out of the situation. Just get the fuck out. Just find another way. You don't have to go in that direction necessarily. Even if you're trying to save a life or something, you can keep a principle and just avoid putting yourself in a situation where it's lose lose. You kind of have to at least find a win lose situation. At the very least, you can have to find that. Anyways, so Nami goes into against Khalifa, and then Chopper says that he's gonna take care of Kumadori. He uses Cloven Crows, which is I think it's a better version than Cloven Rose. It's not gonna be doing anything. Kumadori is just gonna walk this off. He really is gonna be fine. It really isn't that big of a deal. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so here's where Luffy uses Gear 3. He uses Gear 3 against Steel Door, a pretty tough Steel Door. And yeah, at this point, Luffy very clearly above Steel level. Above, yeah, very clearly above Steel level at this point. Anyways, yeah, he destroys this, and then we go into chapter 404. Okay, alright, so let's see. Luffy keeps running here. And yeah, Luch is just enjoying this. He really wants to kill somebody, so he wants to do that. He just wants to do it. All right. Uh, Whatever. Okay. So yeah, Luch is just being a sadistic bastard as always. He's just like, I don't give a shit. I'm take orders. I just follow orders. I do not help you. I am not helping you. I'm just following your orders. So if you do not specify an order, then fuck you. It's free game. I get to do whatever I want, and I want to kill that pirate with my own hands. So yeah, I mean like, yeah, Anyways, so here Frankie's just throwing some bullshit at Fukuro. He really just throwing some bullshit. Like what the fuck? He's really just coming up with bullshit as we go. So he does the Frankie triangle jacker. I don't even know if this is stronger than a bullet. I'm not even like probably man, like maybe but how much stronger than a bullet? I mean like probably not a lot since it's gonna be going way slower than a bullet. But whatever, it happens. It happens, I guess. It happens. Okay, so he throws in the boomerang pieces of hair or something. Fugro easily dodges it because it's really slow. It's really slow. And then Frankie blocks it with the Frankie shield or something. And then he switches it up to. This is the other thing. We can scale absolutely everything above those fucking Frankie boomerangs. Probably we can scale everything up. But anyways, Frankie then just suplexes. Nah, I don't even know what this technique is. Grabbing somebody by the mouth and throwing it to something. But he just throws Fukuro around very easily. No problem. He just throws him around. It's not a big deal. Gotta go very quickly, and I gotta rename this because it's named incorrectly, and I do not like things being named incorrectly. I guess. Anyways, so this is 003. Anyways, okay, all right. So he just throws him into something, and then uses weapons left. Probably weapons left is consistently at bullet speed, and yeah, I said consistently at the same speed. Probably doesn't get any buffs with Cola. So this is probably one first attack we can scale to the other's weapons left. So yeah, like there's that. Let's see. He's running out of cola, so he goes to the pantry. He wants to get some cola. Uh, and then yeah. Uh, here's another thing. Fukuro here is saying that this thing is as fast as the finger pistol. So I don't even know what we can do with that because he hasn't thrown a single finger pistol. So I guess we can just scale it to faster than the finger pistols that Khalifa throws. I guess. And yeah, that's about it. That's about the only thing we can do. Anyways, then Frankie comes here and he's going to do a strong right. I mean, strong hammer. Uh, Surprisingly, for being a Frankie with no gas in him, like no gas in him whatsoever, he still kind of bypasses the guy and does a little bit of damage. Not significant amount of damage, but yeah, he's still able to do that. Then Fulgur does a solid beast into Frankie. Frankie's durability at no point never takes a hit, so I mean like this is probably about as well as he would take it with or without the cola. So there is that. Uh, so yeah, so right now it's just two babies punching each other because they really just don't got it. But it is when Frankie takes his cola that he's just gonna get better AP. AP. So I mean, right now he's kind of just throwing punches like a baby. But this just tells us that Frankie punches above his belt, just a little bit above his belt when he has full cola. The problem is that he runs out. So there is that. He cannot he can't sustain a level of power like punching over his belt. So he's probably always gonna lose to guys like significantly stronger. Right, so he probably loses to a guy with 1,500 Doriki or some shit. Anyways, uh, so he gets into the fridge and then he crashes into Chopper's fight. Chopper has been tossed around the wall. Not bad, cause like honestly, the wall tossing really didn't do shit to Chopper. So there's that. Again, Chopper showing good durability. He's able to tank a lot of stuff. Good on him. Or maybe it's endurance, cause he is taking damage. But yeah, I mean like, whatever. He just do it. Then he manages to trap Commodore in the fridge. There is that. All right. Anyways, then they have this gag moment. Oh yeah, he gets punched by the L strike. Again, since he's not taking damage from the back, it's like whatever. Like Frankie just tanks it. It doesn't matter. Uh, it really is not doing anything to him. It really is like whatever. Anyways, let's see. Then he uses Beans Left. I don't even know what Beans Left is supposed to be. Uh, oh yeah, so it probably just has low power, right? It's just it's the thing that it was. It's the previous attack, but it just has low power, so I'm just not gonna count this. Uh, Vegetable juice. Not gonna be doing anything to power up Frankie's punches. Uh, Again, I mean, I got a pretty good idea of what Solid Beast does, and it's basically it tosses around like a weakened Frankie, but it doesn't do any damage to him. So it's like it doesn't matter. It's like nobody cares. But anyways, T. So he finally throws in Cola. Uh, Fukuro tells him that he's just not gonna let him do that thing, so he lands a hit on Frankie's back. And now this is for sure an endurance feat. We really don't have any sort of ambiguity here. We just know it's I mean it's an endurance feat. Sanji doesn't have any durability in the back. Fukuro should still scale to like Cauliflower's Tempest Kick or something, so that's still capable of like killing humans and stuff like that. And Frankie survives this. Frankie survives this, and he uses a strong right, a strong hammer or whatever. Um, so yeah, Fukuro kind of cooked at this point. He really is just cooked. Anyways, so that takes care of that. Ooh, this is the Chopper Man cover. Nice. I really like Chopper Man. Anyways, let's continue on with this. So the building is really just in complete disarray right now. Just this thing is just getting destroyed by the second. Anyways, Fukuro gets back up. He's mad, but he's just not gonna be able to do anything. At this point, really, he's just gonna have to run. So yeah. Frankie just uses the Frankie Destroy Cannon, but honestly, uncalculable again. Uh, Chopper hits him. Surprisingly, does damage. So I guess we can scale Chopper's punches to a wimpy Frankie punch. Again, not significant damage, but it's still damage. It still manages to go through the Kai or something. So there is that. Um, runs away. Runs away. And hits Frankie with this Iron Ball. Again, although Sanji has better damage output, AP, whatever you want to call it, they're still relative in speed. So like Frankie and Fukuro are still relative in sleep. In speed, they still like kind of tag each other and stuff like that. So it really is just a matter of Frankie just having better AP. I'm gonna be honest, he's just better. He just hits harder, and that's why Fukuro has to try this cheating technique and stuff like that. Anyways, so So Fukuro comes here and with another solid beast, he's throwing Frank into the ocean. Again, this is not really gonna be hurting Frankie, but it is moving and tossing him around, which is a problem when the real danger here is just Frankie falling into the depths of the sea rather than anything else. So, there is that. Here, Frankie tries out weapons left. Fukuro dodges it with paper art. Pretty good idea by Fukuro here, using paper art to dodge. That's a good idea. Anyways, too bad for you. This is really bad. I have to give it short. And then Frankie uses coup de bout. Coup de bout is gonna toss him into the air, and he tries to use a strong hammer. He is at a disadvantage here. He really is completely cooked on this thing. It's looking pretty bad for Frankie. Looking pretty bad for Frankie. Anyways. But I do remember that he wins it out somehow, so I mean, like, whatever. Alright. He uses the chain. Right, I forgot about that. So he's a strong right to grab him, and yeah, he's like, I'm gonna drag you into hell. Or something. Anyways, they just being cocky. Anyways, Frankie says that he has something in his hand. Focus says he has something in his hand. Ooh, now this is interesting because Sanji says that this specific attack that Fulcro is trying to do, the super cartwheel iron ball, would pulverize him. Again, we can assume that Frankie knows what will kill him, so yeah, we're just gonna give Frankie that benefit of the doubt that he's just not speaking out of his ass and he knows what's gonna destroy him. So yeah, I mean, like, this is interesting because again, Frankie has a weak spot. If he gets hit on that weak spot, yeah, he has bad chances of surviving something. This is probably assuming that he takes in the damage into his back, and yeah, that's enough damage to take him out of the situation. Possibly, very possible. It's not out of the question. Uh, but anyways, that would put Fugro into a good position, being able to beat a character as strong as Sanji with this specific attack. So I mean, like, I guess that's gonna be fun to talk about later on. Yeah, I'm wrong trying to do this. So right now, Frank is gonna use coup de vent. So yeah, he's gonna use coup de vent. This is gonna be the one attack that takes out Fukuro out of the picture. Pretty good, pretty good. And yeah, that takes him out of the picture completely. Anyways, and let's see what is going on out here. Find the king. Mind games, paper art, mind games, paper art. Okay, so here Kumadori tries to bind Chopper. He easily dodges, showing greater speed than Nami, I guess. Then Kumadori uses finger pistol. Chopper easily dodges, showing relative speed to Nami. Back again. Yeah, he dodges this, dodges. Does heavy gong, but doesn't do any damage. Again, kinda power cliffing the other characters. Kinda, sorta, definitely power cliffing the other characters. Anyways, let's see. This is 406-3. All right. Alright. So it doesn't do anything. Shishi kebab doesn't do anything. So he uses another rumble bar. Um, he uses guard point to try and nullify the attack of this shishi kebab. It's just not enough. It really is bypassing uh, the guard point. Is it bypassing it with fire or is it bypassing it with strength? It's possibly both. Both. I'm gonna be honest. Possibly both. Anyways, then he takes a shishi kebab to the gut. Chopper again, the endurance monster. He's gonna be fine. He's not gonna take him out. But again, just showing better feats than the previous Chopper opponents. Anyways, then now this is a final. Now this is an attack. So Kumadori uses his hair to create some finger pistols, and then he uses this Shishi finger pistol. Pretty good idea. A really good attack. Maximizes the use of his hair. Yeah, Chopper's in a bad position right now. Anyways, Talk and Rumble is a real gamble. There's only a 1 in 7 chance that it can transform into Arm Point. He tries to go into Arm Point. He doesn't get it. Gets another Shishikawa up into the face, into the brain point. Again, just showing endurance like crazy. Crazy endurance. Technically speaking, I guess we could scale the other opponents to have better AP than Kumadori. Technically, we could do that. But based on the fact on how much punishment Kumadori takes, and based on the fact that, Chopper was really not keeping up with this guy at all, and he just looks even more damaged than his previous fights, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Kumadori for still having better AP. I'm just gonna give it to him. I don't care. Anyways, let's see. Arm point. Yeah. Alright, this one's not relevant enough. He tries to gamble it all. Ooh, he tanks it. He actually eats this attack with arm point, which is not his most bulky form. Again, pretty good on Chopper. He tanks it and he goes for the attack. Rose Blizzard. Alright. Now, Kumadori did have to use Iron Body for this. So, yeah, I mean, Kumadori really had to up his game on this. First time, I think that he blocks one of these with Iron Body. And it is enough. It is enough so that he just eats the attack. He eats the ultimate attack. Yeah. He's like, wow. I'm gonna take my revenge. And he just goes into demon mode. He really is pissed that he took so much damage from this fight. He really is just angry. Angry sore loser, whatever. Or sore winner or whatever. So he's just gonna take a piece on Chopper. Anyway, so he keeps him around a little bit. Throws some Tempest kicks at him. Again, this should be human slicing Tempest kicks. Chopper's tanking them. Pretty good for him. And then he chooses to use the last rumble. Yeah. So he's about to do Song of the Willow, which is a killing attack. Again, Chopper kind of confident that this is gonna kill him. Song of the Willow. So I mean, like, I guess we can believe that this is gonna kill Chopper, which means that this is a stronger attack than all the previous attacks or something. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, who cares? Let's see. Let's see. Goes Rumble Ball. Gets it, and then yeah, it's GG Kumadori. It's really GG. Anyways, let's see. Calva's taking a bath again. I mean, it's probably to activate her powers, but like whatever. Uh, Nami opens up with a swing arm. Pretty good attack. Uses electricity and Bloom Force. So it's 2 in 1. Pretty good. Good compliment on Kalfa. It is a good attack. That is a really good attack. Anyways, so that's 007. And then Nami uses Thunderbolt Tempo. Lands a direct hit onto Khalifa with this Thunderbolt Tempo. No, I don't think he lands this one. I don't think he does, because like this is finishing move, I think. Anyways, nah. Let's see what happens, because I don't really remember. This is chapter 408. Oh yeah, she was able to block it. All right. Nam immediately walks through Kalfa's bullshit and knows what she what she can do. So Kalfa gets desperate a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit funny. That Kalfa, like, it's actually cold and collected, but as soon as something goes out of control, she begins sweating like crazy. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Anyways, then Kalfa here just gets kind of the theme of the animal team that CP9 has. So she gets the sheep. Uh, it's like whatever. I mean, I guess all I need to complete the thing. So she goes with sheep. It's good. Bubbles sheep. Yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, like I don't really find it that necessary. I guess. Anyways, it's kind of like Bruno and cows, right? It's like, yeah, I mean, like I see it. It's like whatever. It's not significant enough for me to care or something. Anyways, Calva goes for another Tempest kick, I think. It looks like a Tempest kick. She doesn't name it a Tempest kick, so it could just be a slam. Yeah, it's probably just a slam. Yeah, nothing about it's just a slam. Uh, so these bubbles incapacitate you, so I mean, more of a status effect, but I'm just gonna take it anyways. Especially if I did take in the Noro beams. Although I don't remember if I did take in the Noro beams or not. I really just don't remember. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. Anyways, chapter 408 001. Does nothing, gets kicked. Does nothing, honestly. Also, kind of just. A lot of CP9 guys are really just taking a piss instead of killing their opponents. But, yeah. I mean, like, that's just what they do. They just love to take a piss out of situations. Anyways, let's see. I am assassin for a secret organization. I can move again. You pay for this. Thunderbolt, Tempo. Dodges it. So, Nami throws a Thunderbolt. I don't think it's moving at lightning speed, but honestly, at this point, these characters definitely move faster than lightning. So, I mean, it doesn't even matter what speed you cock this. I mean, like, Khalifa is moving faster than lightning. Anyways, so she jumps Nami from the back and then uses golden bubbles to transform her into the sort of like a bubble person. Now that I think about it, probably the counter for Kalfa's weapon is Alvida's Devil Fruit, right? So Alvida's Devil Fruit probably is immune to Kalfa's bubble. So yeah, there's that. That's just a neat thing to know. Anyway, so Nami can no longer stand. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Commodore is about to get low lift. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I think at this point the battle really is over. I mean, like even if Commodore gets back up, I really don't think that he could continue fighting for an hour or something. I think it's GG's, bro. I think it's GG's. Yeah, I mean, just look at him. Just look at him. He's not. He's in no condition. He's in absolutely no condition. And now this is just torture that Chopper's just doing to the guy. Honestly, but like whatever. I mean, he deserves it. He's kind of a jackass, so I mean, this is well deserved. And again, the CP9 just chooses to torture its opponents instead of just killing them because they're just fucking psychopaths. That's why they suck as an assassin, because they don't do the job silently. They try to play with their food. They just try to do some bullshit. So yeah. And then Chopper just casually throws him down. So here Chopper tries to hit Frankie. Frankie's gonna dodge that, I think. Me no, I don't even know if Frankie dodges this. I'm gonna have to figure it out because like, I don't remember if he dodges this. I don't even remember. I don't remember. So I'm just gonna grab a clip of this and then we will see. We will see if Frankie dodges this or not. I do not remember. I really do not remember. So yeah, there is that. Save dash 007 and yeah. Kumadori is done for. Pigeon guy, I found you. Some shit. So yeah, there's that. Oh, would you look at that? These are iron doors that Luffy just casually breaks into two with one kick. So yeah, Luffy's very, very, very casually above iron at this point in the series. Very, very casually. Anyways, let's go with chapter 400. 008. Anyways, now we're continuing to 409. So chapter 409, we check back up with yeah. Frankie got thrown out the building. Yeah, he wasn't fast enough to react. Yeah, pretty bad for him. Anyways, let's continue on with these fights. All right. Let's see. So anyways, Robin's trying to save people from the fate that she had to suffer when she was a kid. Whatever. Yeah. A bus circle is called. Wow. Yeah, I forgot about this shit. But yeah, Spandam just being a piece of shit out here, just attacking fucking war prisoners, just for shits and giggles, bro. I swear to God, every single person here in fucking CP9 just constantly has a hard on for killing or torturing people, and it's just their biggest downfall. It's just like these people are just not serious at all. These people are just like goofing around so hard. Anyways, let's continue on with this. This is chapter 409 dash 1. Let's see, 409. Give me time to say I won't let you pass. No, Luffy way better than in Water 7. Just keeps up with Rob Lucci. This is untransformed Rob Lucci. The Rob Lucci that's Henry Flying was a transformed Rob Lucci, so I guess we're gonna give Rob Lucci that credit. But the thing is, like, they are being shown in relativity here at base, I guess. So that's the thing that we gotta remember. So yeah, they just trading blows. It's about even. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, they're just trading blows, and since they are doing it without named attacks, I mean, like, we can just say that these are even trades. Yeah, and this is the punch that warps space basically, or some shit like that. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. They go flying. All right. Now, Chapter 410. Let's see what we got here. Chapter 410. Very quick break. Guys, I'm gonna have to take a very quick break. I'll be right back. I just need 5 minutes. I'll be right back. And I'm back, everybody. Okay, so chapter 410. Let's continue on with this. Let's just try to get this. Dun dun dun. Chapter 410. Okay, alright, so let's see. Out of my way. Robin's past that door, isn't she? Yes, she is. But you want to see her again. Alright, so this is just, the preamble for Lucci versus Luffy. Alright. Luffy tries to grab Lucci and toss him, and then dashes back into grabbing Robin, something like that. It's a good idea. It's not completely terrible, right? It's like catching him off guard, just just going for it. Just try to get to her, right? Make sure that she's safe. Because like from Lou's perspective, it's like you don't have any warranties that she's not gonna be executed in the middle of going into the cell or something. So the sooner he gets there, the better, right? So that's just kind of Luffy 101 or something. Like he's just looking out for his friends more than anything, right? More than logic of the battle, he's just trying to get to his friends. Now, the one miss here on Luffy is that as soon as he threw Rob Lucci, he probably should have went into gear 2, and maybe he could have gotten away with it. maybe with this combination and gear 2 into the door, maybe he could have done it. Now, since he just mastered, or since he just learned gear 2, yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense that he's incapable of doing a combo attack like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's fine. Anyway, so Rob Lucci comes in very quickly, catches up to him. This makes a lot of sense because Rob Lucci's top speed is gear 2. So right now he has sort of just been playing with Luffy. He has no idea what Luffy has in his back though, so that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good when he notices that Luffy can keep up. Anyways, so here Luffy takes a bluff sort of way. He tries to catch Lucci lacking again. This is not gonna work. Lucci has good instincts and he knows something's off. As soon as he sees the crack, he knows he has to run away. So he just dodges it very easily. Again, like this Lucci, even though it's still base Lucci, is faster than Gear One. So I mean, like, yeah, no problem whatsoever for Lucci to deal with this thing. Speed wise, strength wise, they are kind of evenly matched, kind of. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, I mean, like, Lucci dodges all this, throws a punch to sort of disrupt the Gatling attack. It works. It disrupts the Gatling. Luffy has to go into something else, which is gonna be just a straight punch, kind of like a bullet, but it's no longer a Gatling. Uh, let's see what else going on. Yeah, there's a lot of hands being thrown out here. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of things happening. So Luffy tries to connect the bullet punch, as I was saying. I mean, like, if the Gatling wasn't hitting it, Lucci's just throwing this punch to sort of just throw something out, but it's not doing anything. Like, Lucci can easily block this. Then Lucci throws three kicks. Luffy's fast enough to react to it. And then Luffy goes for another sort of grab, I guess. Or maybe he was trying to go for the kick. Either way, it gets stopped by Lucci. Either way, it doesn't matter. So again, without shape, or I forget the name, like, the fast step, whatever. Without the shape, I mean, like, they're kind of even in speed. I would give the edge to Rob Lucci though. Really would give the edge to Rob Lucci. Anyways, so Rob Lucci does some weird stuff out here. I'm not even gonna try to pretend what he does exactly. Probably like a mini Tempest kick, I guess. But yeah, he does something. He causes some damage onto Luffy. Nothing serious, nothing, very, very lasting or anything. Luffy goes for a bazooka. Lucci winds up for a kick. And yeah, they die. Again, I would give base Lucci probably the edge in speed and in strength, but they are relative. I would say that Gear 1 and base Lucci are relatives. Without taking into account, the super speed that Lucci gains from using Shave. Anyways, so yeah, let's see. Khalifa does a Shave here, blitzes Nami again, grabs her again. This time she fully transforms her into the golden bubble form or whatever. So she can no longer use her limbs as adequately as she could before or something. Yeah. So here, Nami is still good enough to use Mirage Tempo. Uh, yeah, there is that. So yeah, the Califa being at deads is kind of fun. Cause like she has this cool collected image, but as soon as she's not in control situation, she's a complete loser. That's just fun. That's just fun. Anyways, let's see. So Nami uses Mirror's Tempo again. She's fine. Califa's being distracted by Chopper a little bit. It's fine. Um, Now he's surprised by Chopper's transformation. Makes sense. So here Caliph is using Tempest kicks on Chopper. I guess it's kind of working because Chopper's in a bad situation, but like honestly, considering what Chopper did to Kumadori and Frankie, like he really shouldn't have any problem with Caliph. But like whatever, it's not that big of a deal. Again, Chopper's in a bad situation. It makes sense. So yeah. Anyways, Chopper's out here just not giving a fuck. Nami can dodge this. Again, Chopper's in a bad situation. Makes sense that he's slower. Makes sense that Nami can react to this, what Frank couldn't. As because Chopper's in a bad situation, so that makes sense. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Chopper throws in the bathtub, and that's basically gonna give everybody a hint on how to stop Calipha's powers. So there is that. Now that he has done his little thing, he gets out of the picture. That's pretty nice. Let's see. Yeah, Nami figures out that water is the weakness of that fruit. At least, for regular people or something. Nami dodging Tempest Kick. Pretty nice. Pretty nice on Nami to be able to dodge this. Pretty nice. Let me just grab this very quickly. Very nice, Nami. Very, very nice. Anyways, let's see. These lands, again, Tempest Kick is destructive. It is enough to destroy walls easily. Anyways, Nami gets hit by a whip. I think it's Bendy Finger Pistol Whip. Right. So everybody gets their little variations of the 6 powers, which is nice. Anyways, yeah, so Nami takes this, but she does manage to sort of dodge it because, like, obviously Caliph was probably aiming for the heart something. So Nami takes it on the shoulder. That's gonna save her life, and that's kind of it. That's kind of all she wanted. She got the situation exactly where she wanted it to go. Anyway, so here Nami uses a Mirage Temple again. She then splits into multiple images. That's pretty good. The Fata Morgana. Right, nice. It's a really good deceit. Instead of making like 5 Namis that are the same, and sort of like allowing the opponent to sort of guess correctly which of this one is the right one, like getting lucky and stuff like that. With this situation, you create 5 copies that look, 4 copies that don't look like the original, right? So the basic idea is that the opponent will just think that you're just not that good at manipulating the weather and just gonna attack the one that looks like you. That gives you basically a one freebie, while then the other ones, yeah, the opponent can get lucky and stuff like that. So there is that. Anyways, the only thing that would be better would be to make 5 images and just not be either one of the images. I guess that's the only thing that would be better. But you know, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat idea, I guess. Only 5 noticeables is real. Try and dodge the right ones. Right. This is also pretty good. Psychological attack. Yeah, just like you just try to dodge everything, you might end up getting hurt by something. So yeah, there is that. Pretty good. So Nami lands a hit. and then we go into chapter 412. So chapter 412, it's really just a thunderbolt, so he wasn't gonna knock Khalifa out at all. Again, it's really good that she does this 5 different image things. It just sounds like a good psychological attack. Anyways, uh, anyways, uh, anyways, let's see. Are you challenging me to beat that thing with an attack? Soap sheep. All right. Whatever. I don't have to guess which one's real. You. A big way of relaxing bubbles will swallow all you all. Yeah, that's whatever. Sub sheep. Right. Yeah, and then she uses sheep tidal wave. Right. So yeah, because this is a stronger version of the first attack, and it's gonna bypass the defense. Kalfa goes into sheep tidal wave. She tries to stop this with offense. Uh, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. But you know, that's a good try, I guess. Nami uses Cyclone Temple to open up a path. Yeah, that makes sense. 412. It works. And then Calva gets another pistol whip into Nami's other shoulder. Nami gonna walk this off. Honestly, I think she took even more damage from Mrs. Double Finger, so pretty good on Nami. Just pretty good, just walking all of this stuff off. And yeah, Thunderland's Temple hits. And that's over. And it's a wrap, everybody. That's it. Nami just did it. Beats Kalfa. Okay, so that means that we can now move on to the main 3 fights in this saga, which is pretty good. Means we're moving up in the world. Anyways, Frankie is following into Chopper. Nami's sexually assaulting Kalfa's dead body, I guess. And then let's see. Here's the one. He looks like he's gonna die. Yeah. And then Zoro manages to do a 36-pound Phoenix even through all this stuff against all of us. He managed to do a 36-pound Phoenix with Usopp in hand. That's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna take the title. I'm gonna be honest. I think I probably just better take the title. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck here. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, I think my keyboard is frozen. Okay, thank God. It came back. Anyways, so let me just. Okay, that works. I'm gonna cancel this, and then let's see. I'm gonna be using this picture over here instead of the other one. Alright, 36-pound Phoenix. I'm gonna save as. I'm gonna put this one here. Alright. So that says that. And then he Frankie chooses correctly to send Chopper into the sea to deactivate the double fruit. So yeah, he uses good event. 412, that's 005. Alright, it is good enough to send him flying. Anyways. And then Sword is free. Alright, so let's continue on with this stuff. Robin tries to get away. Alright. Alright. Back to normal. I think he's dead. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna scale this. Robin survives it anyway, so it's like whatever. But I mean, still, that's an elephant still ramming through your body. So probably, I don't know, animal level, I guess. Animal level. Anyways, 413-0001. Robin walks this off. Anyways, the Pipsqueaks are showing Frankie the way. All right. Anyways, nice conversation between Frankie and Nemi. Anyways, straight line. Alright. So Zoro blocks this attack very casually, easily, doesn't matter. And let's see. Kaku also dodges this, no problem. It's not really a named attack or anything, but Kaku dodges it. So again, speed wise, Kaku's doing good. Kaku's doing good on him. Anyways, he uses a nose like a pistol, so he invents nose pistol right on the spot. Yeah, it seems pretty kind of obvious for a 6-path master to sort of adapt so quickly. So there is that. Although the only master really is Rob Lucci. Everybody else is just a 6-path user. So, and Kaku's just a 6-path user, not a 6-path master. Anyways. The attack is powerful enough to send Zoro flying a little bit. Not do damage, but sending him flying, that's pretty good. And then Usopp gets a 10-finger pistol to the chest. He's gonna walk this away. He's gonna walk from this. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. He's gonna walk out of this. Sends him flying. He's fine. He's a sunflower Kabuto. Not bad. It's a 5-point attack. But yeah, he's just not fast enough. Usopp really is lacking here. I think more than anything because of speed. Because like damage wise, the fire mixed with supports would do enough damage to sort of hurt him and stuff like that. So there is that. There definitely is that. Let's see. Fireworks. Let's see. Give me 1 second, please. Give me one little bit second. Let's see. Let's test this out. Testing. All right, this is a pretty good microphone. It's sort of filtering everything that I want to filter out. Alright, so I think we're good. That's good because I was getting a little bit handsy with this thing. Just in case, I'm gonna be putting in some background music in case that that's gonna be a problem and stuff like that. I really hope it's not, but just in case, I really don't want to use any copyright music in the background, so I'm just gonna put in some noise. I'm gonna check out that the noise is fine. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna check that that's fine, and we're gonna continue this. Let's see. Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's it. It seems like it's slow enough. So, if it's too loud, I'll just check the sound mixing later. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Anyways, I'm gonna continue with this thing. Let's see. So Yusuf goes and tries the regular. Uh, what was the name again? Sunflower Star, right? It's a 5 point of attack explosion. It's pretty good. It's just not gonna be enough. It really is just not gonna be enough. He's just too slow. He's really just too slow. No matter how you want to cut it, Usopp's too slow for these fighters. And yeah, it's about to get a kick right into the face or something. Yeah, right into the face. Jabra doesn't joke around. Anyways, let's continue on with this. Jabra follows it up with something, then something else, and then he sort of has with his hand. So yeah, Usopp's an endurance monster, so I mean, like, this doesn't mean much, I guess. And now Sanji comes into the scene, and yeah. Chapter 413-0008. And Zoro's happy to see Sanji here to help. Anyways, Sanji versus Jabra. Alright, so with any luck, this is gonna be a fast fight. With any luck. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nah, it's not gonna be a fast fight. Yeah, like Sanji versus Jabra is like 4 chapters or something. So yeah, it's gonna take a little while, guys. I kind of wanted my job to be easier than it was, but that's fine. So here, Jabra does a wolf bullet, and I thought it was an equal exchange, but no. Apparently, Sanji loses on this exchange. Anyway, so Sanji comes in with a reverse kick. Pretty good. Not gonna be doing any damage to Jabra, but pretty good. Then Jabra tries the 10-finger pistol. Sanji's too fast, and really, this is really a cool panel. Sanji's looking really cool on this panel. You gotta give props when you gotta give props. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, Sanji just easily dodges, outspeeds Jabra, and goes into this exchange of like Hachi throws him in or something. But here's the thing that really sort of raises Jabra's power as a fighter and stuff like that, and that is his Iron Body Tekai technique, whatever. So yeah. So the fact that Jabra can, sort of block this kind of level of AP and walk it off, pretty good for Jabra. I mean, you gotta remember again, these are the kind of kicks that could one-shot characters like Khalifa, according to Sanji. So I mean, like, this is pretty impressive stuff from Jabra out here. Just completely negating a lot of Sanji's attacks with his super hard Tekai. That's pretty good for Jabra. That's pretty good. So yeah, there is that. Anyway, so like again here, if Jabra was not doing Takai in any of these things, he would be in a very bad situation. The thing that's holding Jabra in this fight is the fact that he has a good Takai, he has the best Takai, and the fact that he can move with Takai unlike everybody else. Yeah. So yeah, there is that. I mean, like that's a really good power up to have. Uh, it really is. It really is just that good. Anyway, so yeah, a sort of exchange is going on here, and yeah. Sanji just plays along with the stupid bullshit that Jabra is saying right now, and yeah, he just kicks him out. Again, I mean, like at this point, you can really just see that Jabra just doesn't have anything. He really just doesn't have it. So he really is just trying to win a fight of attrition. So trying to get anything on top of Sanji, because like Sanji just dominating him even before the power up. Sanji can throw him around and stuff like that. And the only thing that's saving Jabra is the fact that he's invulnerable or very very tanky to the level of OP that Sanji has here, right? So that's what's saving Jabra in this fight. It's not gonna save him forever though. I mean, we're about to see the downfall of Jabra. We're about to see him reach his limit, right? So if Kaku has a lot of AP, Jabra has a lot of durability. And Sanji's about to break that durability. He needs his power up, but you know, I mean, like, he still tosses Jabra around very easily. His power up makes him faster and have better AP, but like he was already tossing Jabra around. So again, Sanji's looking very very good in this fight. Very very good. Anyways, party table, then Jabra uses Iron Body Kung Fu. Iron Body Kung Fu or whatever. Again, Sanji just being faster even than this Jabra, like blatantly faster, and just tosses him around, easily tosses him around. This is what I'm trying to tell. It was like Sanji was already outperforming like Jabra in stats before anything. The only thing that Jabra had was durability. That was the only thing that was holding him up. It's like Usopp fighting characters like Chu and stuff like that. Well, no, not really Chu. Which one? It was Mr. Four and Mrs. Merry Christmas, right? When Usopp was fighting those guys, the thing that kept him in the fight was the endurance that he had. Well, the thing that keeps Jabra in this fight is the durability. If he doesn't have the durability, I mean, like Sanji just really just ends this very, very fast. Okay, so this is the first time that Sanji is incapable of keeping up with Jabra's speed. This is a high-speed scratch. We can assume that this is one of Jabra's fastest attacks. Probably is. Then again, Sanji did block this. I mean, not bad. I just don't really know how to say this. But I mean, it is at this point that Sanji is kind of just trading more than just dominating. So there is that. Okay, so Jabra is hitting up. Is Sanji still gonna be able to dodge this? We're about to see. Maybe. Oh, he just ate that. Okay, so that again, that's a 3-piece combo that Sanji just wasn't able to dodge. And then Sanji just gets mad at this point that he's getting tagged, and he goes into his power up. Yeah, kind of ends it right here. So I mean, like, we can assume that Jaro was just gonna do maybe a faster 10-finger pistol. Was he gonna beat Sanji with that? I don't think so. I don't think he was beating Sanji with that. Again, we could contextualize those three combo attacks probably with Jara finally, running Sanji a little bit down. But yeah. Anyways, let's see what happens here. Sanji tries a Premier Hachihash. Jabra manages to dodge it with Shave. This is the other thing, like Jabra wasn't using. Oh no, he dodges with Moonwalk. Okay, he dodges with Moonwalk. Cause yeah, he has air superiority. Then uses 10-finger pistol variation. We can assume the speed's probably the same, but it's probably anti-gravity a little bit. Alright. So this is 415.11. On the contrary, the other kick was to finish you off. And then, yeah, this is the finishing move. So Sanji finishes this with Flambe shot. Flambe shot. Yeah. And Jabra's still in Kung Fu body, so again, Sanji just finally manages to push through Jabra's Tekai. That's pretty good. Anyways, now we just have 2 more fights and we're done with this. Alright, so let's go see those 2 more fights and be done with it. Let's see. Anyways, let's try and see what's going on here. Let's see here. Zoro gets a little bit more serious. Uses tower climb. He kinda just trying to off Kaku by the neck. He still thinks that's a weak point. Kaku's just a genius fighter, so he is. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. Like Kaku always sort of gave me that idea of like him being a genius fighter because of how fast he used the giraffe fruit. But the idea of him, by the way, is just spoilers for chapter 1000 plus. So I mean, you really shouldn't be watching this unless you have read all of One Piece before. So the thing with Kaku is that he gets awakening. He's one of the characters that gets a fucking awakening, and it makes sense because he just has such intuitive feeling for the giraffe fruit. So I mean, it makes sense, right? Like this guy knows the weaknesses of the giraffes. This would be a weakness for a lesser user, but Kaku's just such a good user of the giraffe fruit, that it's not a problem. It really isn't a problem. Anyway, so Zoro actually didn't Unga Bunga this completely. He does have a backup, total climb return, right? So he didn't leave himself open for a counter, but I mean, it's Kaku. He got this. He's gonna come up with something. Right. So yeah, he does come with a counter. A nose pistol to block the third strike by Zoro here. Third strike by Zoro gets stopped by Kaku's nose. It's pretty good. Then fourth strike? No, Zoro is just crazy. What the fuck is this bullshit, bro? How much airtime do you think you have, you psycho? Anyways, yeah, now is Kaku's taking advantage of the blind spot that Zoro put himself into. I think Zoro was probably thinking he could save his strongest attack for Luchi or some shit or whatever. I think that's probably the same reason why Sanji didn't want to use Diablo Jump so fast. But anyways, the point being is that later on. Kaku turns himself into a cube or something, and then he uses this really creative attack, Giraffe Shower. Giraffe Shower is a really good attack, but Zoro is just immortal, so I mean it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good your attack is. I mean Zoro just cannot die, so it's like whatever. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like Zoro just can't be killed. I mean, like why do people even try, bro? I mean, like, that guy just cannot be killed. It doesn't matter. Anyways, point being is that Kaku goes for another nose pistol after Zoro just avoids that somehow. Tosses Zoro into the ground, and then he's pissed. He's pissed off. Now he uses Lion Song. The idea being that, you know, he knows that this guy's blocked with Iron Body and stuff like that, so he's just gonna destroy Iron. He's just gonna use his technique to destroy Iron. But what he's not thinking about is that these people can just cheat somehow, because honestly, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. It really doesn't make any goddamn sense. I really don't know what the fuck I was thinking with this stuff, but like the idea is that when Tekai users use Iron Body and stuff, they grab the properties of Iron somehow. They become Iron for a second or some shit, and then Zoro using an Iron Cutting Slash somehow gets negated into 0 damage because they just didn't transform into Iron or something. So this was kind of bullshit. I'm gonna be honest. This was just kind of some bullshit, cause it really shouldn't. I mean, like Kaku should have died here. I'm gonna be honest. Kaku should have just died here. The idea is that, you know, sorry about that. I got a little sleepy. The idea here is that if Kaku was in Tekai, Zoro would have just slashed through his body with this. Since he didn't transform into metal, then he's just immune to the sword, which makes sense, but also doesn't make sense because like these guys hadn't really transformed themselves into metal. But whatever, bro, whatever. It doesn't matter. It does matter. I'm just for this one. I'm just gonna say that this has the exact same AP than the one that he hit to Mr. One, but it's not really scaling Zoro to. It's not really scaling Kaku to have better durability than Mr. One. It really just means like, okay, yes, some attacks just don't work unless you use them specifically for the thing that they need to be used or something. It's like, apparently if Kinemon tried Firefox style here with the fire slashing attack, like Kaku would take 0 damage from it, even though it would be a fire slashing attack and by Haki and stuff like that. But like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who uses shit. I don't give a shit. So let's just continue to end this. Anyway, so then we carry on to the gorilla style. This is the gorilla style. I mean, like, it's gonna be like Zoro matching a nose pistol versus a gorilla style. Now the counter happens. Now Kaku cannot keep up. He gets thrown around. And finally, we are going to the last chapter of this fight. Thank God. Let's finish this up, baby. Let's just finish this up. So, okay. Kaku tries a Giraffe Blast. I honestly think it's probably one of his weakest attacks. I really don't see how this is any goddamn better than Nose Pistol, but like, whatever. Oh no, the thing about this is it has the return aspect to it, so there is something to this. Anyways, so he uses the Giraffe Blast and then spinning White Blade. Spinning White Blade is enough to send Zoro flying. Alright. Then after that, Kakuga Zoro weak. Zoro uses Dragon Twister versus the Iron Body. Not doing any lasting damage, but it's the Dragon Twister. It's not really the most powerful attack that Zoro has. Goes back for his swords. The swords magically grew bigger. That just happens in One Piece. Anyways. Then Zoro just gets mad. And he's finally gonna use his power. Thank God. He's finally gonna use his power up and finish this fight. So 416-13 or whatever, yeah, whatever. No, he's still not using his power. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck Zoro's thinking about with this thing. It's really just kind of making shit up. Anyways. I think this is 417-1. Alright. Zoro somehow manages to cut Kizaru, then Kaku even though he dodged, and then Kizaru comes up with Kaku comes up with another name tag, which is the Tempest Kick Shuriken. I'm pretty sure he's just making them up at this point. Again, the one attack that really could finish Zoro up is the Giraffe Slash. He's not doing it because it's bad to use that without somebody to help you. So yeah, there's that. Then he uses Whiplash. That's pretty good because that's how a giraffe attacks in real life, so that's pretty good. Good on him to finally use that. And then he's just wailing on Zoro like crazy out here. He's just wailing on Zoro. Blow after blow after blow after blow. But it's just not doing enough damage. It's just not enough. It really is just enough. He's gonna use Sky Slicer again. So yeah, that's his strongest move. He doesn't use it because again, it's kind of a shitty move. It opens you up for this kind of situation in which you just use Ashura. Or another like strong area of attack or whatever. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, so Zoro wins this, and we can finally move on to the main event. Oh my god. Thank god. Let's go. Alright. So, I mean, this is Panda, which is weaker than a regular Marine, so I'm not gonna even try to do anything here. So, Luffy throws a regular ass punch. He, again, he's lower than Rob Lucci with Shave, so this makes sense. Rob Lucci uses Yellow Lotus. Yellow Lotus lands. Anyways, then let's see. Frankie tries to do something. It's not gonna work because he's way weaker than Rob Lucci. Easily deals with Sanji with one casual punch. I mean, with Frankie with one casual punch. I just keep confusing Sanji and Frankie. That's just my bad. That's just my bad. Anyways, then Luffy goes in and lands a jet pistol. Perfect situation. Tucci is not expecting it at all. He's distracted. So yeah, that punch lands. So yeah, Gear 2 is enough of an amp that he can keep up with Lucci now. He now can keep up. Now he's equal to Lucci in speed and strength. Now it's a battle of equals. That's how good Gear 2 is. That's a really good boost for Luffy. Anyways, carrying on. Uh, Again, we can sort of see this, you know, equalness in speed by the fact that Lucci uses a shave and yet still not able to catch Luffy off guard. This is again because like Luffy's just as equal as Lucci at this point, so I mean like Lucci just doesn't have it. He really just cannot stat dominate with this. He has to get serious. He hasn't gotten serious yet, but he's gonna have to get serious. Anyways, we're about to see this extremely fight very soon. Anyways, uh, hmm, let's see. Now here comes the star to save the day. It's King coming in here. The fact that this didn't one-shot Spandent though, that's not very good for Uso, but I mean it really should have. It really should have. It didn't, but it should have. Anyways. So this is like 20 kilometers away. The Usopp's like doing this thing. Uh, I'm gonna just record this because like again, Frank is immune to this. Nice. Anyways, continuing with this, let's see, guys, what is going on here? Let's see. So somebody begins destroying this thing. Tower Claw. Pretty sure it's the Buster Call. Finally coming in here. Anyway, so let's see. Luffy versus Luffy. So yeah, they're keeping up with speed. Again, Luffy is obstinate, reckless. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Reckless, obstinate, blinded, dumb. No, neither of those are the options that I'm looking for. The option that I'm looking for is it's tough, son of a bitch. I don't know. I don't remember what the word was. But Lucius is really bad at sort of accepting the situation, accepting something different. It's at this point that he gets hit that he's finally like, okay, all right, I get it. You're actually way stronger now. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's go fight to the death. I don't care. I'm pretty cold, right? Pretty cold too. It's like the place is floating and he doesn't care. He really doesn't care. Here, Luffy's kind of impressed with Luffy. He's like, he respects that game. He respects the fact that Luffy's not an idiot. Luffy knows what his job is as the sort of like a main fighter, so like the captain, what he needs to do, what he is expected to be able to do. That's in contrast to the guy that Lucci has to follow right now, which is Spandam. Spandam, the complete fucking moron. I'm pretty sure that he's talking about this, but like, yeah. So yeah, that's it. Lucci would like to tell Spandam what real leadership look like, what somebody worthy of being a leader looks like. And that's Luffy. But I mean, like that doesn't change anything. I mean, like Lucius is still a cold bastard that's just willing to kill for for any excuse. And that's what we're gonna see right now. Lucius out here reaching another finger pistol. This is probably the first serious finger pistol that he's throwing though. He's now really just ready. Yeah, and we're about to see it. We're about to see like Lucci actually getting more serious with his attacks. Like right now with Leopard Tail, he's just really trying hard now. He's no longer sort of half-assing it anymore. He's just going for it. That's it. That was actually 421, but like I'll fix that later. Can you beat me, Straw Hat? Just mocking him a little bit. Uh, Gun Rifle. Yeah, this is not gonna be doing anything because like, although Luffy's power right now, I mean like Gear 1 isn't complete garbage. It is lacking. It's just not enough to keep up with sort of like Lucci. It's just not enough. It just isn't enough to keep up. It's just not good enough. It needs that year. That year to boost. You just need that. And he doesn't got it right now, so that's not gonna land. Anyways. Fine, Pister, Sting, yeah, landing. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know what to say. Luffy's in a bad position at this. I really don't know why he isn't transforming to Gear 2 again, but like, whatever. Maybe he's looking for that opening to land the Gear 3. That's probably that. Then he tries Stamp. It's not gonna be fast enough. Yeah. Gear 3. Let's go. Giant pistol's gonna land. I know giant pistol, I don't need the title. Now here Rob Lucci got very lucky. Because again, this could have easily landed him in the water. And if it had landed in the water, Rob Lucci would be just done for. That would have been the end of the battle. Rob Lucci got so lucky with this. So lucky. That cockiness should have been the end of him. It really should have been the end of it. Whatever. Then Luffy does a giant axe. This puts the giant axe physical prowess above something like just base Garp and what was the name again? Aokiji training with the battleship axe. So yeah, there is that. So it is 422-2. Dash 1. Alright. Lucci rightfully just dodges this, tries to catch Luffy lacking. Kind of works, I guess. Cat skin, like, kinda works. This is the one time that Lucci uses his full swan form. Although to be fair, I don't think Jet Jara used his full swan form either. So it's like, I mean, that's a nice thing that Ola decided to draw a leopard just because he wanted to. But it's like, whatever, it wasn't necessary. Anyways, then Luffy goes for a whip. It's just too slow. That's just the thing. That's just too slow. He landed that hit because Lucci got cocky, but again, at the same time, he's just not gonna land anything else because it's bad. It's bad. It's slow. It's not gonna work unless the opponent wants to be hit by it, or it's massively slower than you. Anyway, so Lucci does another finger pistol sting. Let me just grab this very quickly. Let's see. Throws him, goes for victory beret. Victory beret is good enough to hurt this thing, the sheep. So again, good slashing attack. All right, 423. Which is being cocky. Again, he still hasn't felt the effects of Gear 3, so makes sense that he's being cocky. First elephant chop, it's not gonna be doing anything. And then Frankie just casually stops an elephant in its tracks. Casual. And then Frankie gets his sweet revenge on Spandam. I think it was technical suspending the one that did this to Frankie. But the point being is that Frankie gets a little bit of revenge against the world government. Robin also gets a little bit of time to accept that she's no longer the little girl that she wants, and that she can put in part of her power to get the outcome that she wants, to save his loved ones and get away from the situation. Because the thing, Robin was not only a victim herself in the situation of O'Hara, she was also, she also lost her loved ones in O'Hara as well. And as an 8-year-old girl, she really couldn't do anything to save their loved ones, and she couldn't do anything to save herself. So it was both situations that she couldn't do anything about that. As an adult woman, she could finally sort of take care of herself, but she didn't have any loved ones anymore. Because of that, the way that she lived her life, she was just able to take care of herself and not anybody else. She lived a life of loneliness and isolation. But now, at this point, now that she has loved ones, uh, she can use the power that she used to protect herself and just expand it into also protecting others. And the cool thing about the Straw is that they protect each other, so it kind of all evens out. But yeah, there is that. So that's also really good writing, I guess. Anyways, so Rob Butch is out here doing paper fighting form. Yeah. And then Rabuchi uses finger pistol. I'm not really sure what Rabuchi was doing out here with the paper ability. I'm really not sure. Probably to increase his evasion, I guess, or something. I don't fucking know. But he did it. Let me just see if there's something. Yeah, he's just getting madder and madder. Anyways, here Robert tries finger pistol spots. But Luffy's earlier attack is finally paying off. And then House arrive. Anyway, so yeah, let's go. Reunion. So here is actually pretty good scaling. Oilmo and Kashimu get hit front force with like a bunch of cannons, and they get away from this. They're really gonna get away from this somehow. I don't know how, but they're gonna get away from this. Anyways, this is still 423. It's 424. Anyway, so that's 424. All Kashin will get hit. Let's see if there's any surrounding we can use. Yeah, the gates get destroyed. Alright, that doesn't matter that much. Alright. So, Luffy goes into Gear 2 again. One last dose of doping. It's not really the last dose, but he thinks it's gonna be the last dose. And yeah. Frankie is hurt by this. Again, 5 between equals. Get bullet from Luffy here. Managing to get ahead. Dun, 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 dun. Luffy managed to land another jet pistol into Lucci. Another jet pistol into Lucci. And then 6 king pistols. Now this is interesting that Lucci scales this to being stronger than the Tempest Dials. That's pretty good. Then Lucci uses another victory barrel on this. Alright. Hmm. 426, a ship waiting for wind. And he really left these guys against a whole fleet of Marines alone. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Luffy tries jet stamp. It's not gonna work. This is 425-1. And then Lucci lands another 6 kings pistols. And that would have been it for Luffy. But Usopp was paying attention to the fight. He realizes what's going on. And he fucking tells Luffy to buckle up, to lock in, to finish the fight. Mother Spots versus Gatling. Yeah, Jet Gatling. Another 6 king pistols. But again, it's really just not putting Luffy down at all. Not at all. And then the Gatling goes through. Alright. I'm gonna have to collect this too. Okay. But I'm gonna go mid panel to mid panel because I really don't wanna do that much work. This is 426. This is 426-2. This other one is 426-3. This is 426-4. This is 426-5. This is 426-6. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah. Anyways, this is 428-1. All right. Then something magical happens. And utter defeat. Then they do this combo, which I think, by the way, that Luffy agreed to this. So yeah, there's that. 429. All right. Then Robin does it again, breaks somebody's spine. Anyways. They lost. The ship is no longer capable of continuing this moment. And this is Mary's goodbye from the story. Yeah, pretty sad. Anyways, party time, party time, party time, party time, party time. And then Garp arrives, busts up a building, and then punches Luffy, but it's a lob punch, so I'm not gonna scale that. Alright. This is chapter 432. Anyways, let's continue on with this. 432, then Luffy casually blasts him and it's over. Yeah, that's it. 432-2. Alright. It's me, Kobe, or whatever. So yeah, continue with that, continue with that, continue with that. Okay, 433. 403, the name of the sea. Alright, alright, alright. and the promise to meet each other at the New World, which is still going to happen. They're probably gonna meet at that one island. What was the name? Lodestar. I think that Lodestar, a lot of reunions are gonna happen. It's gonna be the second to last island, so I think a lot of shit's gonna happen at that point. But yeah, Elf is probably just a place to sort of sort some things out before we get those final clashes or those final meetings that need to happen. But yeah, there's that. So Shanks coming here with full haki out. Everybody's fainting from it, and they clash. I'm just gonna scale the sky splitting. It doesn't matter anything else. So there's that. This is 434. Thank God. Now it's gonna be just all breezy into chapter 450. Thank God, because I was just a little bit tired. Anyway, so here's just shipbuilding, 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 shipbuilding. Doesn't matter. This is probably stealing Frankie's underwear, asking him to come in, and clutch, infinite damage. Honestly, then here is Garf's Meteor Fist. $438, not bad. 4 chapters. It's pretty good. Dun, 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 dun. All of these 4 fighters can block the cannonballs, but judging from the reaction, I would say that they are harder than regular cannonballs, so there's that at least. Anyways. The merry fools are back together. Frankie, do it now, bro. Do it now. He's getting serious. So they managed to get out. Nice. And congrats, man. Yeah. 440. Let's go. Fireface versus Blackbeard Pirates. Ah, yeah, I forgot that this was going to happen. That wasn't my bad. I forgot. $440. Thing is that it's also contained into one chapter, so there is that. $440-2. Fire Pillar. Fire Fist. Dun, 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 dun. Black Hole. Duration. Fire Doll. Is the off screen, not me. It's over, Ace. You're about to get off screen. God damn. This fight, though, it was made still without considering the existence of Haki. The existence of Haki. So that's probably the one thing that doesn't work about this fight is that the way that this fight is portrayed is that Haki just isn't a thing. I mean, that's probably the biggest downside of this. I mean, like, or the downside of Haki existing in One Piece is that I think at the beginning there really was no plan whatsoever into making a power system based on willpower. I think the main idea was willpower was just that willpower, and like you can perseverate to everything with just guts and stuff like that. But hmm, yeah, I don't know. Flame Emperor, right? And then the Clash, which by the way was island level. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's probably one thing that I think is gonna be the biggest blemish in One Piece writing is the fact that Haki was really introduced, like not even in this arc, in Thriller arc, it was probably introduced all the way into Sabaody. So there's that. Like before that, there was no such hints of that being a thing, bro. The closest thing to being a hint was like Soros, uh, like breath of all things. That was the closest thing. Uh, but like a power system for everybody to be using, no, that just wasn't it. That just wasn't a thing that was in. 443. We're getting close. 444. Let's go. Ghost Island Adventure. Okay, Absalom doing something. I'm not gonna scale leaking, bro. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. I don't even know what's the word, but yeah. 446. The psychopaths are arriving the island. Anyways, Thumb dog makes sense. $448. I'm just one chapter away. Let's carry on. 448. Jack in the Box. Sword Mariuma. One shot Horo Horo. Only way to beat this is with Haki. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Anybody else kinda cooked. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. By the next time, I'll try to get some better songs. Something, or just a different type of beat, because this is just too relaxing. It's putting me to sleep a little bit, so yeah. Anyways, negative. Wow, the 7 warlords. Right. Now, 449. Let's go. We're almost there. Let's see. Luffy out here in this panel from 449 just looks like a cartoon, like completely cartoon like. That's pretty nice. Anyways. Let's go. That's 449. Okay, everybody. So that's chapter 400 to 450. We've been through I think, the most intensive battle section of the manga until, of course, we're gonna get to what was this again? Until Wano. I think that's probably the only place that really compares to the amount of battles that we just saw in Enies Lobby. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I'll worry when we get to. No, and now I think about it, Dressrosa is also really filled with a lot of battles. So we'll get there when we'll get there, I guess. So that's gonna be it for me today. Uh, I'm signing out, guys. I'm gonna go rest, and that's it. Uh, for the next time, I'm gonna try to get some more poppy music or something. Uh, but yeah, overall, I like that mix. That was a good mix of music. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night.